were, you stepped out on your own because you had hits of your own, and you became this entity of your onto yourself.
Yeah.
When did you find a breakthrough about love in the midst of all that, where you kind of go, okay, I got it? Oh, you like still waiting for that moment.
Because it's several. I'm thinking about
you
several.
obviously done had some breakthroughs because you still married, you got the kid, y'all doing the thing. I could not be prouder of you every time I see y'all out, and you know.
Thank you. But wait, you talking about before Tim or like the first dose of love?
Well, I mean, like how do you get to Tim? To me, you have to have a breakthrough in order to get to that place. Or you probably had multiple breakthroughs.
Oh, I had so many breakthroughs. I had so many breakthroughs because the first breakthrough was, I mean, I can just be honest, but like the first breakthrough the first breakthrough was, oh, you're not this sounds really crazy.
Go for
it. But it's only because
life.
sometimes you have to have this persona when you don't, sorry. But I was like, oh, you don't get it. Like, you don't get how great I am.
Wow.
And you know what I mean? Like, you don't get how great I am. I've been nothing but kind to you. I've been nothing but, faithful to you. I've wanted to be there. And you just literally keep like ishing on me. You know what I mean? And I don't deserve that. And I don't know what it was that clicked for me, but I just remember being like, yeah, this is not gonna work. My energy doesn't go with yours. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm too good. And I think that we should feel like that. No, this is too good for you. I can't deal with that. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
That was one.
What age were you at with that?
21.
21.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
23.
Okay. That's 23. Not a bad age to realize that, because some people would take them a while. Some people don't get that till they about 30.
No, but then I had to go through another one. And then after that one, no. Sorry. After that first one, the whole Destiny Fulfilled album.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ooh.
That was literally like, girl, all those songs.
That
was B and Michelle trying to talk me out of this relationship. Ooh. Through What It Love was songs that they were trying to like, sister, please get over this guy. He's the worst. Yo. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That song hit different. That song hit, obviously a hit. Like, people were like, whoop. But that's what I think too, is like you because being very vulnerable in that space, in that song, y'all had to have felt the reaction to that song. There was something so palpable about it. That felt very universal, where I think it probably helped a lot of women say, get off me.
Get off.
Get off.
We do not belong together.
We do not, no. Opposite of that Mariah Carey song. But how did you, when you started dating Tim, did you know, and you can be honest, but did you know, like, this was, okay, this is different, this feels different.
Yes.
I'm gonna go the distance with this one.
Yes. It actually scared me to where I almost lost him.
Ooh.
It actually scared me to where I almost lost him, because I knew he was so great, and it scared me. I was like, I'm not ready. I knew.
Wow.
I was like, I can't mess this up.
But what was it about it? I want to ask you a 2-part question.
Yeah.
What made him the one? Like, what was different about him? And then 2, why did finally getting what you've been praying for scare you?
Oh, finally getting what I prayed for, it scared me, because I was still ironing my stuff out. And I was in a very interesting place in my life at that time. So I was hoping I wasn't going to self-sabotage.
Wow.
So that's one. And what's the first part of the question?
What was it about him that made you say, this one is different? This is the one. Because I'm just also trying to give people tips on like what you look out for in a person. Now, mind you, what you need is very specific to you, but I'm also thinking that there are just certain things that people should look out for, when trying to find that person.
It's so interesting because Tim was he saw me. Like he just, I
Mm.
don't know how to
No,
really
yeah.
like define that, but he saw me. Like he saw me in all of my goodness and all of my ugliness, and he
Mm-hmm.
saw me, and he wanted to be a part of all of it.
Mm.
And none of it made him scared. None of it made him run, and it could have.
Mm-hmm. 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 Come on.
um, he wanted to be there. He didn't want anything else from me, but my just wanted to do my heart good.
Mm.
He
That's
did. He
beautiful.
just wanted to make me happy, and he wanted to do my heart good. And that's what he cared about. Because I didn't grow up with my father, like he didn't want to take
Same.
advantage of that. He wanted to nurture, like not nurture that, but like heal it. You
Yeah,
know what
rub
I
some
mean?
ointment on it. Yeah.
Yeah, he literally wanted to heal it, and he wanted to be my hero. And
Mm.
he definitely rose to the occasion, and he continues to rise to the occasion, and he is just an incredible man.
Can you speak to the scariness of being seen? Because I
Ooh,
think people, it's real. Like when you
yeah,
said that, I was like, wow, that's beautiful. But
yeah.
there's nothing scarier than a
Mhm.
person seeing all of you. And I think sometimes when someone really sees you, your first instinct is to run.
Yes,
And so I totally agree with you in that a person could meet their soulmate and run away from them
yes,
because nothing challenges you more than to actually be with the love of your life. And I think that's why a lot of people choose to be with people that aren't the love of their lives,
yeah.
because it's so much
They'd rather,
easier.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
because
easier.
you can just play in the shallow end of the pool.
Yeah,
If you
you
want to
never
play in the shallow end of the
preach.
pool in marriage, good luck with that in shoot a year. Good luck with that in
Mm.
2 years. Good luck with that, so forth and so forth and so forth. Because the truth is that you're gonna want something. Like I don't think as the vessels that we are, we need that. I
Yeah,
think that when somebody starts to tap into all of that, like it actually starts to free you and heal you and make you feel like you're living. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
think that if you don't have that, then you're not living your most extraordinary life. And
yeah,
if we get a chance to open our eyes in the morning, we're supposed to be able to have those conversations that do like showcase all of that ugly stuff. And it's the scariest thing in the world, by the way. Like,
oh yes,
me and Tim, like, of course, we go through our
of
therapy,
course.
and when I'm thinking that something is all him, it's me. And by the way,
What's
like
my
we
shit?
had, and so forth and so forth. Like we can say when we're both wrong, but ooh, this last one, I was like this.
Ooh,
I was so mad. I was so mad because like in my head, I just knew it was him.
mm.
And it was like, no, no, boo boo. Go look in the mirror. That's your ass. Like, you go for that.
Come on, come on.
So I had to like really have some humility
Uh-huh.
and allow us to have these deep conversations, and the stuff that you feel like is ugly
Uh-huh.
is actually the stuff that you should look at again and try to find all the gems that you can from it. Because the truth is it just needs to be like kind of rubbed out a little bit. Like
Yeah,
it needs to be like rock. When you find a rock and you have to put it in that like dirt machine and turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it. And
yeah,
in that turning process, it bumps into other rocks and starts to like filter out. And then you come out and it's this jewel.
yeah.
And it's shiny and it, you
Absolutely.
know what I mean? Like you have to go through that stuff and through that ugly stuff to
Yeah.
find all the life lessons which become gems. And I just am so grateful for that moment. And by the way, I'm still learning it.
Yes.
I'm not perfect, and every day I learn something new about myself, something ugly that I don't like, and something that I you just learn it.
Same, same. Yeah. And look, I've been through couples therapy. And so even though sometimes if it doesn't work out the way you want it to, I think, and we both have talked about how couples therapy is so helpful. And I think a lot of people are afraid of it. They think it means that, oh, we about to break up. And sometimes a couples
Yeah.
therapist can also help you, you know, part ways with someone if that's
Yes.
what's needed, or they can
Yeah.
help you come together with the person.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I think all the relationships that you were in prior to Tim, I think, and you probably can agree, this helped prepared you for the relationship with Tim,
Mm-hmm.
because you wouldn't want to go into that like having to learn all those lessons. So that's why I always try to tell people, it's like, be grateful for the breakups, be grateful for all the frogs you got to kiss. Because,
Yes.
you know, it's
I
like,
never, honestly, I never would have chosen my husband, possibly, had I gone through all of that stuff. I
pre,
know.
pre,
Yes. The
I mean,
person who I was at the top of 20, just like, no, I'm going to find this, and this means a lot to me. And like, I just know it,
mm-hmm,
all of that. Yep.
mm-hmm.
You're going to miss right on out.
Yeah,
Look
I mean,
at you.
it's real. And also too, it's like, I heard this quote from a friend of a friend that they heard from somebody else saying,
Mm-hmm.
to thank those that hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
That's so
those that
good.
hurt you. That was a word to me. I don't know who that can be a word to out here, but
Mm-hmm.
appreciate those that hurt you, because you learn more from that. Funny
Yes.
enough, you know, because that's how you learn when someone loves on you.
Mm-hmm.
You can, like, you know, because also too, I really believe we shouldn't take anything personally. However a
Mm-hmm.
person treats us is a reflection of them,
Oh
not
no,
us.
I do take things personal. I
I
don't. I'm,
like, of
I'm
course.
like the most Aquarian sensitive broad you ever
I'm
met.
sensitive too. I'm super sensitive. But I think a thing, because I'm so sensitive, like I
Mm-hmm.
can't, like for example, if somebody is to leave a shady comment in this section right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is not a reflection on myself. That's not a
Mm-hmm.
reflection on you. It's a reflection of them,
Mm-hmm.
because it means that there's a hurt, there's a pain that they're dealing with, and
Yeah,
rather than deal with it, they do what? They project it and get it
of course.
transferred. And so that's why, to me, it's like we thank those that want to be nasty, because
Yeah.
the truth is there's a wound that they aren't putting ointment on.
Oh my gosh, you are gonna really freak me out right now because funny enough, me and Michelle, we have our Bibles. Well, we had a Bible study this morning.
First of all,
Shout out.
yes, Bible study.
We had a
You better
Bible
give me a
study.
word.
We did first thing in this morning. And I was telling her about something that somebody told me, and the pastor said that your enemies hold the secret to your future. And I said, wait. How? Like literally, I remember being there, and he said yes, because when somebody tells you something that you can't do, it's the very thing that they're looking at in you that they're scared to see come out. If that makes any sense,
Say it one more
because
time. Bring it back, just in case somebody want to write that down.
so if somebody says, oh my God, that's just the worst script I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a double look at this, because there's like, I mean, no, or they tell you you're not talented, or they tell you you're
Mm-hmm.
not beautiful, or they're telling you you're not great. They're telling you everything that you're not.
Mm-hmm.
That's the complete opposite. They're holding the secrets to your future. Like there's something else.
Mm.
Gosh, I wish I had my
No,
notes with me.
you giving it to us,
But
because yeah,
it's
go ahead.
really like it's really interesting, because I remember at that time, like I was actually in the UK, and I was experiencing so much drama in my own life, and just I forgot who I was. And I remember all these people would tell me, oh well, you know, you're second best, and you're not talented, and you're not this, and you'll always be in the shadow, and you'll do this,
Mm-hmm.
and and all these things. And I'm like, what in the world? And when I heard this man speak, it made me realize, like, no, it's the opposite. That means
Mm-hmm.
that there's greatness for me. That means that there's my own way. That means that I have to find it on my own. That
Yeah.
means that no, you're always a light. Doesn't matter
Yes.
where you are. And you
Yes.
can't ever forget that. And you can't let people let you forget that.
That's right. And
And
don't you?
so,
Yeah. And don't you
yeah,
think that's a test? I think sometimes those who are great don't get that way by following an easy road.
yeah,
So also, but also, like, heavy is the head that wears the crown. So it's like people are going to want to come for your crown. They're going to want to come for you, because it's almost the way of the universe testing, like, how bad do you want it? If I tell you you're
yeah,
second best, then you will hopefully adopt a second best mentality, which will then
yeah,
make that person who probably feels second best in their life
yes,
feel less alone.
yes, yes.
So that they can go there like, I'm second best. You second, you know, because I'm sitting here by myself. You second,
Yes.
you second best too. Come
Yes,
over here and be
yes.
second best
So
with me.
just be in my party with me, because I feel I have so much emotion about it. So I
Mm-hmm.
really need you to be in this with me. It's so funny. My publicist, who I absolutely love, is on here, Yvette,
Is that
and she
Yvette?
said
My respect.
they can see your potential and your purpose, and it scares them. So they are trying to step on your neck.
Come
Your
on,
greatness cannot be stepped on. It's always going to come to surface.
preach, preach.
Amen, Yvette.
Come on,
I got
Yvette.
chills.
I mean, like, you know, here's an interesting thing. I don't know if a lot of y'all are watching Last Dance. I'm sure Tim has forced you to watch the Last Dance every Sunday. Are y'all watching
What?
it?
He doesn't have to force me. I'm like,
Okay.
are you ready? Are you ready?
Are we ready? Do we have the food
Yes.
ready to go?
Yes.
First of all, I think I will say this: even if someone isn't into sports or basketball or doesn't care about it, I would say to please tune in, watch it, catch up, because it really is life lessons. You know, it's just. I mean, come on. One of my biggest takeaways from it was when Michael was very early in his career and suffered the foot injury. So they didn't want to risk him like literally killing his whole career. So he could only play for 14 minutes. You know, per game, which of course, like he wanted to kill somebody. But think about it. He had to go in the game then and be amazing for 14 minutes.
And he was.
So to me, it's like, what are you doing with 14 minutes? What could a person do with 14 minutes? You know, and look what he did with his. Because he only had that time. He only had a short period of time to be great, to score, to rebound, to be amazing, and they stuck to it. And so to me, it's like, okay, if I got 14 minutes, how what can I do with it? But also too, another thing that I learned, like when Isaiah didn't shake his hand, and I'm a Chicago girl, Isaiah from Chicago. I mean, it's a whole thing. Isaiah and Michael, it'll never be okay. It'll never be. It's fine. But I think to me, what was so interesting about, you know, obviously Michael having to fight so hard to beat the Pistons, and for Isaiah, who obviously was a person that obviously Michael looked up to at some point, for him to walk by and not give him the respect, not give him the handshake. So, like Michael, in a way, he probably did internalize it, but there was an element of like, because Isaiah could have ruined that moment.
Yeah.
And it became a famous moment, obviously. But Michael didn't allow that Isaiah shit to tap onto him.
Right.
Because he's like, it's still a win.
Yes.
But think about, and now I hope people can see, and it's like, I'm not trying to shade Isaiah Thomas. It's all good. Everybody has what they got.
And if they take it like that, then they just ridiculous.
It's whatever.
It's not what it is.
But to me, it's like when we have opportunities to lift someone up and to congratulate them and pass the torch, why not take it?
Yes.
Why not take that opportunity to lift someone up? And I bet Isaiah wouldn't admit this, but if he could rewind time, you know what I'm saying? Because in essence, like, there are people like the Supremes have to pass the torch on to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people, like, you know, it's like Donna Summer had to pass the torch on to you. Like, there has to be a new person.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, to me, it's like you have all those elements. You've been influenced by all those people that have come before you.
Yes. Yes.
So a person, in a way, should be say thank you for carrying on the legacy.
Yes.
Of what it means to be brown skinned and sexy and soulful. And that's what I meant when I would say to you, like, we miss your presence.
Thanks, sis.
Because like you bring something that is so, like, so many young women see themselves in you. And you give them the permission to be sexy. You give them the permission, you know, to be bright, to smile, to be confident, to also to have a family.
Yeah.
While being, you know, this powerhouse person. And so I think what I sort of look at that is, and I take it from the whole Last Dance thing, is like, oh, it's okay to carry the torch, but sometimes you got to know how to pass it gracefully.
Yes. Yes. I think that, like, you know, I think that that's ego that gets in the way, of course, with that. And I think people have this idea of space as if when they come into their space, and it seems like it's received beautifully, they like to be seen there. But I remember a person that I know said, when you share the light, you sparkle brighter. And I do believe that to be true. And I believe that you have to you have to be absolutely fulfilled. You know what I
Yes.
mean? You have to
Yeah.
be fulfilled as a person, as a performer, because we all are in some space. But you have to be fulfilled and be able to be that fulfilled to allow someone to come in. If you
Yeah.
don't, and there's a shortage, then you might feel away because you feel like you're not done with
Yeah.
whatever that
Yeah.
is,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that might be what that is. I can definitely say, I don't know if it was necessarily society, but just being a girl, I think
Mhm.
that sometimes women, I'm just going to say it, women have done that to each other.
Preach, 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 preach. Yeah.
Women have done that to each other. And I think that we owe each other better than that. You know, if I
Yes.
see someone that is like, whether they write some, I see the whole Meghan Markle thing,
Mm.
where it was a woman or somebody that started all of that stuff with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's evil.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to be doing that to each other as
No.
women,
Right. Right.
period.
Right.
Like, because we need each other.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I know we just bumped into basketball and went to Meghan Markle
No,
down here.
I'm with it because no, I have a thing too about black people is that like no matter how much I can't stand a black person, I always say we could be cousins because the way they was playing like they was just like playing blackjack with us on these plantations. So
Mm-hmm.
like they were like you go here, you go there,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know. So it's like a
Mm-hmm.
person that like you could be writing a negative comment on a post of somebody you could be related to. So, and I just think to me, like we really are all we have as a people, as a
Yes.
community,
Yes.
and our great. I love Melina would always say like, our greatest weapon against oppression is unity.
It's,
Unity, unity.
oh, yes. Yes.
It's unity, and
Yes.
I love. There's a joke. I wrote a piece about this. I can't. I use it as a quote. I wrote it. I can't remember what I was writing it for, but it's a line in this movie called The Great White Hype. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very like little people like it was nuts. But there's a joke in there like saying the great white heavyweight. That's like saying black unity.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, and the joke is like kind of silly, but it's like,
Wow.
but you also think about it, it's like just the impossibility of the
Ooh,
idea of black people coming together. It's like,
terrible.
it's like because I think for the most part we can rally, but it's always one. It's some black person out there that's like Black Panther's okay. There's a black person out there that's like Black Panther's just all right. It's like there's somebody out there. It's like okay, good. It's like Thriller was cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like how do we get all of us to like
together. That is
agree? It's
crazy.
like what is happening? Like I hate seeing black people fight each other. Like it really kills me.
Yeah.
It kills me. And my thing is like even if we don't like do it in private. Like do it in the cut.
Can you go book date over there?
It's like do it over there. Because
Yes.
it's like, look, like I get it, like the whole controversy with Black as Fuck. Like I know it was a conversation, I know it's a whole thing. Although a lot of people are saying they enjoyed the episode I'm in. Cool, great. But but I think to me, it's like, and I'm all about people having opinions and all that kind of stuff. But it's just sort of like, I don't remember black folks going at Django Unchained. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
it's like I feel like I wonder if a black person made Django, it would have gotten ripped. It's like
a whole new one.
I think I would have got ripped.
A whole new one.
But it's like, but then there's also the debate about like, do we always have to support each other no matter what? What is that? And it's a real conversation that we kind of have to have. But I do feel like, we can be tough on each other. We can be tough on each other. And it's crazy because like the world is tough on us already.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting when black folk walk out the door, we go to war.
Yeah.
And then, but it's like, but then when we walk into our communities, we go to war too. So it's like we never get to put down, the sword and the shield. Yeah. And I think to me, what I'd love to see is us sometimes like maybe cutting each other some slack here and there.
Yeah.
As much as we can, just because.
Because we're going to get it everywhere else. Like, at least when we see each other, we should feel like, it's like when I go to Australia.
Swiss Beats in the building. Go ahead.
Oh, what's up, Swiss?
What else was Zone?
It's like when I go to Australia, and I love being there, but it's like, Australian populated. And so when I get there, I'm like, when I see a Black person, I'm like, oh my God, a Black person. So we see each other, we do like this
Hi.
because it's very rare. You know what I mean? But I feel like we should have that kind of excitement when we see each other. When we
Absolutely.
see each other, when we see each other do great things, when we
Yes.
see each other supporting each other, just the little things. Start from the little things that we need to work on, and then
Yes.
we'll get to the bigger ones. But let's just start by having a little of this, being kind.
Yes. Swisher
And once
said,
they see
yeah.
we actually really care about our
Uh-huh.
community first,
Uh-huh.
then they'll know who they're fucking with.
Preach. Preach. Swisher said what he said, hold on, I'm make sure. We must have patience with our own.
Amen.
Yes. Yes, I agree. I know Swiss, with the verses or whatever. I hit
Yeah.
him the
Yeah.
next morning after the first go round. Obviously, the second round we got in there, but it was like, but I already knew like when it was going left. I was like, well, here come where they at. you know, but I think to me though, what we also got to celebrate the fact that Swiss and Tim came together. Two Black men came together and showed how. Because the cool thing about Versus is that it's showing the power of Black music,
Yes.
the power of
Yeah.
Black music, and what happens when people that may think, oh, these two are enemies or these
Yeah.
two beef, and it's like actually there's a lot of mutual respect,
Yeah.
and a lot of love there. Who would you do a versus with? Like, who would you like? What would the versus be? Like, was there a person like you would go? I could go toe to toe with this person.
See,
Are you
okay.
and Tony Braxton doing a versus? What's up? I don't
No,
know. I don't
no,
know. I'm
no,
just going by like your tone.
no,
Your tone. Y'all got that Anita
no,
Baker tone.
no. Oh no. I don't know actually. I don't
I don't know
know.
either. I
I
pitched.
don't think I'd want to do it
I,
to be.
you
I
see,
just
you
don't.
you be
I
too
just don't
nice.
feel.
You
I.
be jamming too much of the other person's song. We be like, Kelly, get your next thing ready.
I'm
Damn
sorry.
it! Like, okay, come on now. Like, hit him with dilemma. But it's like, but like,
Hilarious.
I did pitch the Swiss. I think I pitched. I think I said Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott.
And what's crazy to me, and everybody's always done that to them.
I know,
You know
I
what I
know.
mean? And
But they
I just,
love each other, and that's very
I know,
known.
and I love that about them.
That's known. They make that very clear.
Yeah.
I just recently revisited, and I'd love to hear your quarantine recommendations. I just revisited Dave Chappelle's Block Party,
Hmm.
which if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's available on iTunes. It's the
Okay.
coolest. Like, have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
What?
No, I haven't seen
Ellie?
Block Party.
Oh my God! Go rate that. You and Tim, rate that shit. Ask Tim if he's seen it. He's seen it. He
Tim.
weird.
He
Okay,
downstairs.
he tripping. Him downstairs. Um, Yo, Dave Chappelle Block Party. I hope the
I'm
comments
writing it
blow up
down
right
right
now.
now.
Dave Chappelle's Block Party. Girl, it's a concert with like Common. The Roots is the band. Like is Common,
Hard.
Erykah Badu, Jill
Oh,
Scott.
Block Party. No, I still haven't seen it, but I'm
What?
Tim. I think
Lala's in
yeah.
the building. Oh yeah, Lala said you
Hey,
be too nice.
La.
She said you be too nice in a battle. I agree.
First of all,
Oh, that's right. Swiss is saying it's not a battle; it's an educated celebration for the creatives. Okay, okay, Swiss. Okay,
that's nice. That's
yes,
nicely
yes.
said, Swiss.
It is versus though. It's like you're right. It's not a battle because it's true. I feel like they don't really always crown a winner. So it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
almost like free. Like I'm gonna play my catalog, you play your catalog. People get reminded, and it's kind of almost like what happens on Unsung. Do you watch Unsung?
Yes.
Unsung is my shit.
Yes.
I always feel bad when that moment happens when it's like 92 when the music changes and it's always like dang it, it's like oh damn, because they like because it's tough because
Yes, it
but
is.
but the thing is like whenever an unsung episode happens, iTunes it's like why is like a Avant like why all these
No.
songs downloaded from Avant? It's like because he
Yes.
just had unsung. So
Yeah.
that's the other cool thing about Versus, I think,
That's
is
so
that
true.
the people you kind of get reminded like, oh shit, let me go download this, or do I have that album, or I haven't listened to that in a while. But also the best part is, I didn't know they wrote that, or I didn't know they did that. Babyface was like killing all of us because he's like I don't think y'all are aware how much shit I've actually written.
It's not even that. Like, first of all, I'm like, where's Jimmy and Terry in all of this?
Yo, that's a Swiss question. Swiss.
Swiss, where's Jimmy and Terry and all
Oh,
this?
no.
Because
Real
honestly,
shit.
I like that is hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that is really hard. Like I mean, when you start to think about their catalog, oh man,
I
yeah,
mean, it's
hard.
nuts. It's nuts. But
Yeah,
definitely please watch Block Party. But I
I
brought that
will.
up just because it's a beautiful moment where, and I don't want to give it away if y'all haven't seen it. And I can't give anything away because it's so dope.
Okay,
Oh, Swiss
I'm
said
getting my
they're on
sweatshirt.
deck.
Hold on, wait, I'm
Okay,
getting my
go ahead.
sweatshirt. Hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. And Swiss said they're on deck. But there's a moment, it's a beautiful moment when when Jill is performing You Got Me with the Roots, who, as some people may know, she's the original vocalist on that song. Um, oh, yeah, Swiss is saying it's time for the ladies. It's time for the ladies. Oh, shit. Okay. This is
He have you
amazing.
up here by yourself?
Come on now. Come on now. It's squad. Tribe. We got to do it for the tribe. Come on, man. Get you some. Get you some. But there's a beautiful moment where Jill is performing You Got Me. Like I said, it's the original vocalist on that song, but people know the single that was on the radio. Erykah Badu is on the song. So Jill's up there performing, singing, sounding amazing. And then Erykah, in a beautiful sisterly way, comes and joins her, and they both do the chorus. And you got Black Thought like going like,
Oh my God!
I can't believe you ain't seen this. It's the most amazing thing. And then Dave, and in between like musical performance, Dave Chappelle's coming out there being funny and silly, and being like, okay, and then the whole thing gets wrapped up with the Fugees.
Oh wow! I love how much Dave Chappelle loves music.
Oh my God!
He incorporates it in so much, like, and it really is like real hip hop, like, you know what I mean? Like he just has this. I don't know, it's a richness about his taste, and I really love that about Dave Chappelle.
He has beautiful taste, and I went to a party of his. Like that's what I was like. If you ever have an opportunity, like go to a Dave Chappelle party because
it's too much fun.
It's like it's like let me tell you something. I leave at 4 a.m. and they're still getting started, and I'm going like I got to get out of here. But talk about the love for music. So I go. It's in this house. He like rents this house and like says like come to this party, whatever. So like I go, and it's like Jimmy Kimmel's there. It's like nuts.
Right.
So it's like so I go upstairs where he is, and like John Mayer is like playing guitar, and Dave has a mic, and he's like, Roxanne. John Mayer starts playing it, and I was like, Evan Ross is there. I was like, what's happening? But he really does. He has such a love for music, and people also another quarantine recommendation is check out his award ceremony for when he got the Mark Twain Award.
That's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix, and it's a beautiful watch. And he says that his mom said something to him. That she was like, and I don't want to paraphrase and get this wrong. If somebody's seen it, please help me out. But he basically says, continue to act like a lion so you can be the lamb you really are. Right? Yes. She said, continue to act like a lion so you can be the lamb that you really are.
Wow.
Right. And you have to watch it because he says it, because mind you, she's in the balcony. He's on stage giving and he says that to her, and she mouths it. He's like, what did you used to always tell me? And I'm still breaking down what it means, and I cannot wait till I see him again to like really. And he probably ain't gonna break it down for me great because he's gonna be like, look, take it for what it is. He's gonna be like, take it for what it is. But it just, I think I get what it means, which is like sometimes you have to roar and fight and yell and build a space around yourself so you can actually go back to being a lamb.
Yeah, that's exactly how I took it. Like you need to like actually present